Well, good evening, everybody. I'm sitting here all by myself, as I usually do around this hour of the night. Seems like it's the best time for me to be alone. But for the last while, I have been watching this whole thing about the coronavirus. Well, here's my opinion on this. And I take it sort of like in a viewpoint. I remember there was a reporter at WCPO Channel 9 years ago. His name was Jack Fogarty. And he said, I may be wrong, but it seems to me. And that's how I start out with this. Thing is, I feel that the coronavirus has been unleashed by God Almighty to punish the wicked people. Before you ask that question, before you get into a big argument, let's just say this right now. We have killed 60 million babies, okay? Killed 60 million babies. And we glorify homosexuality and lesbianism, thinking that it's normal. Bible clearly states, if you read the first chapter of Romans, and you start at the middle part of that, and it tells you what happens when you do commit sodomy. And then you go back to Leviticus, I believe 2013 clearly states that lying with someone that is a man lies with a man, which in turn means the same thing with women. Now, I just feel that the marriage between men and women is under assault. I've been happily married for 28 years. I know I've had a few ups and downs in our marriage, but nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. And I'll say this right now. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God. However, when you blatantly go ahead and go against the very reason why you were created as a man and as a woman, when you do that, you're going against the very one who created you, and that's God Almighty. As for abortion, when God allows a human baby to be born, okay, it happens for a reason. But for a person to go into that womb and pull that baby out and kill it, or mutilate, as well as mutilate it, you are usurping God's authority. You are violating the mother's body. And the women say, oh, it's my body. It ain't your body. It ain't your body, it's God's creation. You're going against it. I don't believe in this pro-choice bit. I believe in pro-life. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm one Christian who is sick and tired of the rhetoric of the liberals who have pushed this rhetoric for 50 years. And the whole idea, and it's been conversed on every platform, that it was aimed against the black people. And the thing is, with black people, they are human beings, people. You don't treat them like they're animals, which most people thought they were years ago, which is a very evil belief. But I'll say this right now. Many kids have been aborted, and they could have contributed to society. They could have found the cure for cancer a lot quicker than what we've been doing. And as well for anything else, even the coronavirus. You know, the problem is this, and another thing that gets me too is um, these these people from, people on Google, YouTube, and all these others. They want to condemn you for what you're saying. They're even trying to attack all conservatives. I am a conservative. I used to be a Democrat, but I'm now a Republican. I've been a Republican for a good long time. The last person I voted in was Bill Clinton, and I regretted it. I regretted it to a full. I don't care what people think, but I truly believe what Donald Trump's been doing has been a very good job. He's human like anybody else. And everybody wants to blame him for this, that, and the other. And you know what? I'm tired of it. And as far as I'm concerned about the Democratic Party, it's become more socialistic. And for anybody to say that socialism is going to save this country, it's going to destroy it, folks. And for you young people out there who think, oh, socialism is so great, well, I got news for you. It ain't. I watched for years on television, nightly on the news, on how we were fighting against the Russians in the Cold War. And there's people that has left Russia. Why do you think they left Russia? Why do you think they left all these others? There's people that's left Venezuela too because of socialism, because of communism. It don't work. And if you young people think it's going to work, then you're sorely mistaken. Because what's going to happen is you're going to destroy your country. I will tell you one story one time. I remember when there were fires in East Tennessee. And it burnt the entire forest area, even around the Smoky Mountains. Okay? And it was found out that these two boys set the woods on fire. I'd hate, I think it was 2 or maybe 5, really, but I would hate to be those guys knowing that I burnt down a good bit of the forest of an area. And I would hate to be the person known to have voted in socialism in my country. I wouldn't want to have to live with that for the rest of my life. It's almost as bad as killing the 60 million babies, and it's almost as bad as killing 6 million Jews like Hitler did. And my Uncle Earl went over and fought those men along with millions of other GIs. They were stuck on Normandy Beach, getting bombed and blasted by the Germans until finally somebody went over and put Bangalore torpedoes underneath their bunker and blew that side down, and they got up through there and started killing all the Germans. And the thing is, I'm of German descent, but thank God my grandparents got out of there long before. Long before. They got out of there around 1890 and came to the United States of America because they wanted a better life. But sadly, there's some people that come to this country and they want to cause trouble for us. meant this mainly to be for the coronavirus, but my rant, I just felt that I needed to tell people this. I know there's going to be some people that's going to be ticked off at me. I don't care. I don't care what you think. But what I know is right. And it's in my heart to say it. And I pray for this country. I pray for the people to wake up and quit turning against God and accepting. So as far as I'm concerned, be mad at me. You can be mad at me all you want. But there'll be a bunch that will come and agree with me. Because I am like the rest of the Americans. I am just sick and tired of the rhetoric. But I think President Trump has done a real good job. And I'm voting for him again in 2020. And don't you tell me that I'm crazy. Let me tell you something. I know he's doing a lot better. And as for you liberals out there, as for you Antifa and Black Lives Matter, as far as I'm concerned, going around and destroying federal buildings and tearing down statues, well, I'm sorry, you can't change history. It has happened, and it's been that way ever since. Yet, we can get along with one another. Without you, Black Lives Matter, or Antifa. And I'm a Proud Boy, because I've heard a group called the Proud Boys that are going around stopping Antifa. So, just think about it, people. Think about it long and hard. I pray for this country. I pray for the people in it. I pray for the Lord to change people's hearts. But I know some will come, some won't, but a good many won't. That's all I'm going to say, and I think I'm pretty much through my rant. Y'all have a good evening. Okay?